Namaste everyone, this is Rupi Raja and today I will give the NFO review for SBI Income Plus Arbitrage Active Fund of Fund. So talking about this NFO, the launch date is 23rd April 2025 and the end date is 30 April 2025 and the allotment date for the NAV units will be on 2nd May 2025. Currently in the scheme there is no exit load if you redeem or switch your funds, and the scheme performance is measured against the tier 1 benchmark, that is 65% of Nifty Composite Debt Index plus 35% of Nifty 50 Arbitrage Index Total Return Index. Talking about the benchmark index, the Nifty Composite Debt Index comprises of investing predominantly in higher rated bonds and Soviet securities, and it is the benchmark for return on debt instruments. The Nifty 50 Arbitrage Index invests in top 50 Nifty companies with the aim to exploit price difference opportunities between the equity and equity derivatives markets. In other words, it aims to exploit the price difference opportunities between the cash and the futures market. What is NFO? NFO is the first time an investment firm offers a new mutual fund to investors. It is just like an IPO, but it is for mutual funds. The FOF stands for Fund of Funds, and it is a fund that invests in other mutual funds. Talking about what are mutual funds, mutual fund is a financial vehicle that pools money from many investors to invest in a diversified portfolio of securities such as stocks, bonds, and other assets. Investors must buy units in the mutual fund, becoming partial owners of all its stock holdings, and a professional fund manages that portfolio on your behalf, and an expense ratio is charged for it. Talking about this NFO, the fund manager is Ardhentu Bhattacharya, and his past performance of the fund is very good in debt funds. The SBI Fund House core strength is that they have pioneered good returns in active index funds as well as in the debt funds. The 10-year CIGR expectation of this fund would be close to 6 to 7.5 percentage versus the 13.1% return of Nifty 500. If you are a conservative investor, you can look at this NFO, but I will say that there are better conservative funds that are available, and I will tell you about them in the next slides. Talking about the asset allocation of this mutual fund, for equity and equity related securities, the fund will allocate 35 to 50% of the portfolio, and for debt and money market instrument, the mutual fund house will allocate 65 to 50% to manage the liquidity and redemptions. Talking about the tax implications, for short term capital gains, if the units are sold within 2 years, the gains are taxed at slab rate, and if the units are sold after 2 years, then the gains are taxed at 12.5% after an exemption of 1.25 lakh per financial year. There is also IDCW option, but I will not suggest you to invest through the IDCW option. And if you are a bit confused as to which type of mutual fund you should take, which plan should you take, should it be direct or regular, you should have a good mutual fund advisors. If you want, you can type your queries in the comment section and I will help you answer some of your mutual fund queries. Talking about who should invest in this NFO, investors with short term surplus funds seeking regular income and capital appreciation with less volatility of pure equity funds can look at this NFO. High net individuals, that are HNIs, who are looking for tax efficient instruments can look at this NFO. Individuals with a 2 to 3 years investment goal and they want a low risk option can also have a look at this NFO. Corporates who are seeking a balanced tax efficient opportunity for treasury funds can also look at this NFO. Talking about my opinion of this NFO, personally, I will go for a large cap actively managed mutual fund or a flexi cap fund instead of a conservative NFO fund like this. If you are not a young investors, I would still say that instead of investing in this NFO, there are better options available if your investment time horizon is between 1 to 3 years. If I was not young and I was a bit old and I don't want to take any risk, I will take a little bit risk and I will invest in a stable core outperformer mutual fund such as a Parag Pari conservative hybrid fund rather than a standalone bet on this kind of a low risk fund. Talking about suitability for different type of investors, if you are a conservative investor, you should go for a Parag Pari conservative hybrid fund. If you are a balanced investor, you can give it a skip and you can also look for Parag Pari conservative hybrid fund. If you are an aggressive investor, you can give a skip to this NFO. If you are a goal oriented investor, you can give a skip to this NFO and you can go for Parag Pari conservative hybrid fund. If you are passive investor, you can also give a skip to this NFO and instead you can look at some other index funds. If you are an active investor and even if you are a young investor, you can give a skip to this NFO and you can go for active stocks. If you are a diversified investor and you have allocated good percentage of a portfolio to gold, large cap, mid cap and small cap, then also you should give a skip to this NFO. If you are a speculative investor and you have to invest for a short term, then also you should skip this NFO. If you want to read about the scheme details of this mutual fund NFO, then you can go to the site. I will also assign this link in the description of this video. So for conclusion, that's a wrap on today's NFO deep dive. We have crunched the numbers, dissected the story, and now it's your turn. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep decoding the market together. Thank you. This is Rupi Raja. Hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you. This is Rupi Raja.